course I mean Samidare. Oh, nope. Okay, never mind. Well, it is the usual for an exorcism. I can't say I've ever had an exorcism before. Oh yeah, that. Stick with the zigzaggies and the shaky things. Yeah, it did. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Yeah, Onusa. Wand carried by a Shinto priest with shide paper, used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits. Okay. Lukaku makes a quick bow, then runs off toward his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect from a high school girl to carry. It's a very nice watch. Holy shit. Its name is Pockety. It sure is. Obviously that's the name that Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Going to work? Good girl. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. Should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began. See you tomorrow, Mayuri. I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off. Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple as if in thought. Then she gives her usual smile. Oh, yeah. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half-dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. What a good girl. Oh, thanks, Lukaku. Lukaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. It's just you and me now. In his hand is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Let's do some good, fun stuff with this white zigzaggy thing. Lukaku. Yeah, she did. I must be rid of these evil spirits. It'd be worth explaining. Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine. What? I grab my violently shaking wrist. Are you, okay, I get it. Oh, yon kyoma. It's okay. You can do it. Like I taught... I'm pretty sure Hoyo and Kyoma doesn't adhere to proper Shinto rituals. Hoyo and Kyoma dances to the beat of his own drum. Wah! The serious look on his face, Lukako grasps the Onusa. Onusa. Someone will correct me as to how to pronounce that properly. With both hands, as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. What are you going to do with that? His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but he is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward? Amateur. You can do it, Luca. Lukako starts crying. Oh no. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. Made a frail boy cry. There's not much difference. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukako's managed to work up his resolve. He raises the Onusa up high, shaking it left and right. You can do it. Strike me with the zigzags! Don't break it. The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of the cicadas. It seems to have worked. I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. Lukako sighs in relief and blushes. Good job. You did good. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. Okay. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down that narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. Doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. Oh, hey. You look sweet. That looks very friendly-looking apron. Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. Jack Hummer. Nice. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building. Tennoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun, for obvious reasons. It's a fitting name for someone who loves Braun tubes. Yeah. Yeah. And for other reasons. Let's not forget those. You're not wrong. I mean, I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter. Yeah. Treat everything you own with love and respect, and it will treat you back. Oh, hello. Why not? We need to get mail, after all. Mayuri, don't sell it. Upa is super popular, you know. Even more popular than the hero, Kakeru-kun. So cute. There's an attachment. Open attachment. Oh! That's Upa? That is indeed Upa. Why did you... Okay. Do we ask about Kakeru-kun? Or do we talk about fingerless gloves? Let's reply. Indeed. But you must never speak of that to anyone else. It was necessary to seal the abomination lying dormant in this right arm of mine. Sending mail. This is really cute. Huh. Okay. Anyways, now back to your regularly scheduled business. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine. Of course. We can't help it. Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. Nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional, according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There's even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market. The crowds in Akihabara thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. Oh. A chipmunk? Oh, he's got a little daughter? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. There's a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but this girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Was it the other way around? I'm sure it fluctuates. I'm sure they're both at the top of the mountain, though. I see her in the store every now and then. What was her name again? Nai. Don't worry, we're taken already. Rare name that means to braid. That's it, Nai. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nai gets along with. Nai always hides when she sees me or Daru. She's smart. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. It's an instinctual thing. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. What a loving papa. Once again, shivers down my spine. I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. Fair enough. Puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. Oh. That's gonna cost you money. Yep. Well, of course, you gotta make money somehow. Yeah. Fair enough. Oh, let's not fight. So we're gonna get charged either way. We might as well get it fixed. Yeah, we really don't want to piss off our landlord. In the end, I'm no match for him. In several ways. Just then I hear the door open. I look up to see that a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly interested by her well-defined thighs. I see you've got your interests in order. What's up? Huh? Suddenly, time stops. Zawado! I beat you to the punch, game. I beat you to the punch. Oh, fucking Juju's Bizarre Adventures. Zawado, the stand of Dew Brandy. Naturally. You seem shocked. The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. Yes, you are. Just like that, time starts moving again. 9 seconds. That's the limit of my Zawada. Job? Job? Here? Here? Of all places? Goodbye, Okabe. You also need to watch your words every now and then. Fair enough. The girl looks a little embarrassed. I mean, how are we gonna pay you? I guess we can just add a few thousand onto your rent. Okabe? That's honestly surprising. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. She's honestly nervous. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said, wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Amane Suzuha. Okay. Same as me. She shakes her head. Interesting. Rare? That was easy. Yes, we are. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Alrighty. Sarah, Claudia, Simone. Oh, you good man. He just doesn't understand my pain. He's got you there. Listen to your landlord. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. You can help with trouble? Huh? Huh? Stuff like what? Oh. You made a good friend. Yeah. But keep thinking that. But someday the world will kneel before me. And then Mane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. You're welcome. Trend? I don't think so. Well, that's just me. What can I do? It's now Thursday. We have new mail. That was not what I meant to do. That was also not what I meant to do. Oh, Luca. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I felt like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. Okay. P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. What should we reply to Lukako with? Let's reply about something. Don't worry. Thanks to your exorcism, my right arm has been quiet for a while. Still, there's no telling what could set it off. If I'm forced to do battle again, let's just pray that the organization's assassins don't find me. Okay. We are good friends, and we reply to our texts. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. Grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon, or Makise Kurisu's stabbing, but turn up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on an American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 55100. His claim started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. IBM. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could have told you that. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Oh, mad cow. That's kinda... Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Creutzfeldt-Jakob. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other, too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS? Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. Yeah. A lot of these are really minor and not worth reading, I'm guessing. These tips. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese? Let's take a look at his posts. Don't expect you to believe that came from the year 2036. He said everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Developed by CERN, first time machine in 2034. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. The world has become a dystopia. No war, no conflict, false peace, founded on the complete eradication of liberty. Was the Akihabara satellite crash you're doing? Keep it simple, if you know what I mean. It's actually John Titor. I've always wondered about what CERN actually stood for. Société Européenne pour la Recherche Nucléaire. European Society for Nuclear Research. That makes sense. Get a trip code, asshole. Came here to change my present, in other words, your future. Mission to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. Wonderful time, everyone is free. You'll lose it all in just 20 years. Well, so only CERN has time. Yeah? How can CERN take over the world in 20 years? I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. Prototype was engineered from stolen CERN technology. Oh. That's a bit too much. No privacy, no choice. OP is a troll. So-called grandfather paradox debunked. Worldline has a divergence of 0.571024%. Killing my father would alter divergence. Oh, worldline when my father is dead would not erase this worldline. CERN hasn't changed. Possible to meet your past self. Post-time machine pics are GTFO. Yep, many worlds interpretation. Lol, what? My mission comes first. I'm only posting these messages on a whim. Trip code is a way to identify posters. Okay. Lol, backpedaling. Infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Constantly branching out into new world lines called divergence. Divergence would change, but only change by a little. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. It has been fun. John Titor. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. And he just claims to be back now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titor, that's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on the channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time traveler, as if this were his first appearance. Did the future change again? Has John Titor not happened yet? Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? This is the first appearance of John Titor? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archive in English, and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. I entered John Titor's name into a search engine, but there's nothing, I'm guessing. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titor's posting on channel. Can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I try searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Daru. He'll know about Titor for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before. I only vaguely remember the details of the conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen plus Nyan squared, a maid cafe. He would be there, wouldn't he? Yeah. 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 Okay. That's enough about maid cafes. Dar was regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing, too. Yeah. Okay. May Queen plus Neon Squared is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kuramabashi, Dory, take a left at God, this is a hell of a sentence. Sumakoisaka crossing, and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radio Kaikan incident. This area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radio Kaikan building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。
To try and figure out what the fuck just happened?
墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。
That's fair.
警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
Media has dozens of cameras set up outside the police line. There are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. What if it falls off of the building? It looks kind of precarious, like something could easily fall off the building. Today, like always, otakuists are shopping for dojinishi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Fan-created amateur manga. Adult in nature, yeah. Comic Giga Market, aka Kamima. Yep, there we go. Oh, okay. Fictional. Thousands of artists gather to sell their creations. Erotic manga based on popular anime, original figures, music, and games. Aside from the scene at Radio Kaikan, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I returned my gaze to the street. There in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. What? She took a picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Okay, so she wasn't targeting me specifically. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene and not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. Interrogate her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out. Wait. It doesn't seem like she wants to talk. She doesn't turn around. She's so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English? Oh. She turns back, finally noticing me, seeming honestly surprised. And of course, her phone turns with her. She completely ignores my objection. Then she goes back to looking at her phone. Oh. If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. What might that be? She doesn't feel like saying anything. For your own safety, and mine. Is she even listening? Lady ignoring me. Nice label. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. Aw. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Oh, now she seems sad. Did we make her sad? At least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. The scenery. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed. Exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. Possibly. Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. You need proof? Yeah. Fits right in with me. Kiryu Moeka. Nice to meet you. I guess she's introducing herself. Okay. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo. Okay, hit me up. An urban legend? An urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me. There was a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now, that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld! Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad that... Oh. Okay. She replies with a nod, or something like a nod. What do you want with a retro PC? Nothing about a mad scientist. Darn. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a phantom retro PC. '98 from the 80s to the mid-90s. So the 98 never actually sold up to 98. Ironically enough. That's the first model that comes to mind. Are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake. She turns her phone toward me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar. IBM 5100. Don't tell me you're John Titor. Her fingers twitch, I think. Awfully recently, the boot. Coincidence? No. The choice of Steins Gate. Super Haka. We don't really need to see what MI6 is. We know what MI6 is. Cooking appliance. Shrine maidens. Okay. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, men in black would break down our door and take us away. The Super Haka part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to read about May Queen plus Nyan 2, squared. I don't have time to stand and chat with someone crazy I don't know. Media scrum. Latch on the persons of interest. Broadening down questions. Okay. They sure can. Try to make a smooth exit. One liner and everything. But she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. Oh. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a sec. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. Defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design, and that's it. I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. She is keeping pace. She's following me. I pick up the pace. But she's still chasing me. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is a picture of me that she took. She'll delete it when you take her to see Daru. Yep, called it. She works for no one. I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective. Okabe used glare. It doesn't affect the enemy. She hesitates for a second. Irk rewrite. An editorial company. One of these companies that writes articles for magazines? Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? The mad scientist of Akiba, unveiled. I can see the headline now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Good man. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters in my info with terrifying speed. An Esper, huh? Yes. I dub her power. Shining Finger! This hand of mine is burning red. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. We're gonna receive one soon, aren't we? She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Of course. Mad scientist. She seems fittingly confused. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the in part of Hoyo and it would take too long, so I left it out. She doesn't seem thrilled. She enters my name with her head tilted to one side. Like this? Ho-ohing yo ma. She tried. She lowers her head a little more. An apologetic bow, I guess. Uh-oh. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. Just to give her my name. I already put her name in my contacts. Just send a blank email to Shining Force. Let's send a blank email. Oh, okay. She frowns while looking at her own phone. Then she glances my way. I can feel those eyes clearly saying, hurry up. But I'm hesitant. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to give her my true name. But regardless of how long I hesitate, I don't think that she'll let me go unless I send her the email. She sure is persistent. Sending mail? Looks like I have no choice but to send the email. We exchange a few words and then I get away from her as fast as I can. Well, that's enough for me for one day. Goodbye.